Boys are in. Boys are in. Look at the fresh caps. Bit of cord. How good. Let me know if you can all hear me. Welcome in. The game's still bloody going. What's happening, team? The game is still going. Garrick, eh? Big 89 for the big fella. Welcome in, everyone. What have we got? Colin here. Wilson Gilbert defending on edge for a period of 20 to 30. I feel like it was 50 minutes for Gilbert there. Garrick the GOAT saving my heartless week. Yeah. Jamie, can you please do a shout out to my mate Shagga? Yes, Shagga. JBFA. How's your team looking? Garrick. Supercoach is good. What do we got in here? Nicholson 46. I didn't mind him going over and defending in the middle. Fair, but yeah. Horsburgh with the sin bin and then just knocking out at 50. Absolutely. How much you get this week? I'll go have a look, brother. I haven't jumped in yet. Hope you've all had a big time out there. That's for sure. Garrick Netty. 40 to 12. Huddy Young did score in the end. Of course he did. Of course he did. Mic volume, brother, or is it just me? Hopefully it's okay. It's usually really loud with my mic. Let's get some people in here and look at my score. NRL Fantasy. I'll just wait until the game's done and check out all the scores first, and then I'll get in and discuss my side there. Let me know in the comments how you guys went. Get everyone on there. Jump into the live team. Let's go. Discord. Horse lost 20 plus points. Yeah. Yes, golf. I started really poorly, to be honest. End up it rained basically the whole time, so that was gross. Oh, it's gonna make me multi-factor login. We're not doing that today, are we? And yeah, it rained most of the time, and I was 15 over at the halfway point. After 4 holes, I was in the back nine. I was 1 under actually. I had to be like my 3rd or 4th eagle ever. Had a birdie in there as well, and then finished the back nine 5 over for a bit of a hacker like myself. It was pretty good. I will take that. That's for damn sure. Shot 115 today, over 18, but I own Garrick, so not too bad. Yeah, fair play, Sam. Iron's the best ever. So that was great. Yeah, definitely is a big worry for me. Big worry. That's for sure. Is everyone else cool with the mic volume? Should be Mr. Kyle. He said, oh, house. Pretty good. All right, let's see where I'm at. Huddy Young City. I didn't even get the assist for him. Papa Lee with this. Good on him. Nicholson 47. We'll take that. Horsburgh 55. Garrick with the rough one. We'll slowly go through the games, guys. So we may as well go through the Eagles Raiders while we are, but I will give you a general score for those that are here. Well, I'm under 800, and I've lost out on 4,000 ranks. So that's a little bit frustrating. Garrick for the old 160 in Supercoach was nice. LA 21, dirty. All right, let's go through that game, hey. Start off with Corey Horsburgh, the big red for him. That was not ideal, that sin bin, and had a couple of tackles early, just getting super excited, and then thankfully turned it on his second stint. 40 tackles, 4 misses. Had so many negatives. Negative 11, 13, 21 in negatives. 4 offloads to hand was great. Very, very happy with that one. 160 for Ruben. Yeah, I've got him in there. Thank goodness. Great hats. Love that. Garrick, what a guy. Yes, for sure. Mooney Masterclass. Keep cutting out. Hopefully it's not anyone else. It's just you at the moment. What's up, Jamie? Low scoring week for most. No 1,000 pluses, lots of injuries. That's definitely right. Oh, Pete. JBFA Pete. 84th. Right now. All right, we'll go have a look at your side as well while we go through everything else. Let's kick it off with that game. So we have Garrick and his 90. And what about the Eagles just having an absolute turn it on game? That's last week they were so bad, and then this week they were incredible, and Raiders were very, very poor. So if you're a Raiders fan, expect better from next week onwards. But this one was a shocker, and it just fell into the Eagles' laps. Without Turbo there, they didn't need it. How many tries they had where they basically went untouched. So that was gross, and yeah, we got to hope for better there with the Raiders next week, especially if you did buy a bunch of them. And Starling really stood out to me with just the 54 minutes, but he also came out and had 45 tackles in the 54 minutes, which was pretty crazy there as well. DCE with 42. Nicholson, the 47. I'm glad that he did move through the middle. Hardly any footy, but that's to be expected when the team did get whacked. And yeah, they are going to use other guys, and he did happen to, I suppose, use a little bit more of his passing abilities through the middle and different things like that, which was okay. And I think in games where they play better, he should be able to get some more attacking stats like he did last week. So it's good to see that he can make the 44 tackles, and for him to stay on for the 80, I think was the most exciting thing for me with owning Nicholson is that he can get through that entire time out there on the park. So that was awesome. And it might be the way that they play it with Hosking being out, and with Smithies being a little bit more of that middle forward as well. Rough FPS. What is happening here? Let me check something now. We'll just go through the 5Gs. 83rd now. Let me know if that's a little bit better for you. Huddy Young continues to do the business. 61.7 in this one. A bit laggy. Of course we're having a shocker. Why is it so hard to do a live? Way better. All right. What a win. Jordan. All right, let's get some people in here. Let your mates know. Get it going. Yeah, Huddy Young, 61.7. The old Trey Mooney, 60 is pretty wild. With 2 line break assists and 4 offloads in the 44 minutes. 360, he'll be up near 400, and it just won't be an option. And how good's Bullymore just absolutely crushing with a 50 in 45 minutes. Another double. He scored I think he scored a couple of tries, one in each of the first 2 weeks, and then comes out with this one. Olakau'atu with the early mark as well, 48 for him in the 73 minutes, 15 tackles. Shows how much the Eagles had ball in this one. It was plenty. 217 run meters with that awesome line break. He just looks so tough to handle, and it does help Garrick when he's not the actual decoy runner, then it's awesome for Garrick. And similar to that with Olakau'atu, he got used plenty tonight compared to last week where he wasn't used too much at all. Fogarty with 41 with that try assist there, and one got pulled back, the one on Seb Chris earlier in the game, which would have hurt owners of him, but 41 in an absolute drubbing. Not too bad either. Negatives wise, he was okay with just the next 6 for Fogarty there. Starling, I think with his one, probably more just deserving of a rest, given he has had a couple of weeks now where he's gone the 70 minutes. And of course, when you want to buy him, he goes to lower minutes. Good thing he dominated in terms of tackle early on in the game, which was very helpful. If he was actually going to be playing 54 minutes, it's a good thing that they were defending that often. You got a few really good runs out of him, and that's something we're not seeing from a few different hookers at the moment, like Reece Robson, like Harry Grant. Just not happening for them at the moment running the footy, and Starling's always looking to run when he gets his opportunity there. Burbo 38 was solid enough, but Owen Paddy coming out 37 in the 27 minutes. That was awesome. And be sure to subscribe, guys, if you aren't a part of this, and hit like on that video. It just gets things going, and to a few more people as well. So big ups to all you guys for being here for the live. But yeah, Paddy with 37 in 27 minutes with the line break as well. Good running of the footy, and they owned a little bit more of the ball in the second half of this game as well. And what do we got? Video streaming as an Aussie is a pain in the butt. Been doing it full time for 10 years, and the struggle is real. There you go. Yeah, it's been much easier for myself just making them straight up, and I won't be using my Wi-Fi next time. So there you go. Buying Humphreys or too late. How do you not have the Humph goat? That is sad. That is really sad. Cheap centres. Well, we've got a few of them. They scored okay this week, and they'll probably improve on there. Any worries for Starling? I don't think so, mate. Like, he's just back-to-back 70-minute games, as I was saying, and that's, for someone of his stature and his size, it's definitely a worry for him going massive minutes on the regular basis. So I might have to delete up. Or yeah, I'm not worried about Starling. Yes, Owen Paddy played good, but there has been different times where Starling's come back on for 5-10 minutes at the back end of games as well, to give him extra 5, 6, 7 minutes, getting him up to the 70 when he could. Yeah, in this game, he just didn't come back on. A little bit of a rough one with Horsburgh and his sin bin. Might have changed a few of their rotations as well. Looking down the line, the big issue lower down is Tamale with his 19 points in the 80 minutes. I feel like I had a few more run meters. Wasn't to be. Had a turnover tackle, which was good. 1 offload, 3 tackle breaks. But in a game where you're going to get absolutely whacked on the other side, and to kick to the right wing as well, with KO Weeks getting the ball plenty, and then Savage as well, made it hard for him to get a lot of runs there as well. And Morgan Smith playing 22 minutes was pretty wild in this one as well. Went from top 3K to 29K. Whew. Yeah, Midi man. It's he's incredible. It's the offload game. The offloads is what gets things going 100% in this in fantasy these days. Like, it's just such an OP scoreline. But yeah, Tamale, lock and load next week. We don't buy him if you haven't got him yet, but he should be fine going forward. All right, let's go back to the Titans and the Knights game, because the big guy on everyone's lips there is Jaden Campbell, and he was absolutely spectacular with the 77, which was exactly up my alley as a purchase this week. And yeah, there was some worries about how the Titans were going to play. Josh is in 16th. Yes, he is. Morgan Smith's failed HIA. That's why Sasangi came on. Okay. Yeah, Nicholson may not get those middle minutes all the time. But owning Campbell's been some. Brimson, not so much. So if you don't have many problems in your side, Brimson's like top of the list for myself as a big sell, because he doesn't look very involved. He looks terrible in terms of being any sort of chance of scoring any points, which is not good enough, especially with his 50+ average at 6 in the last couple of years that he has played. It's definitely not good enough. But Jaden Campbell, on the other hand, got the try. I have sent the email in for those try assists. He should be at minimum getting one of those guys and put him into the 80s, which would be pretty hectic. Actually, when got a couple of guys like Connor Watson getting injured, Cleary there as well, and not having Payne Haas, to get him in the 80s would be really lucky. And the big thing with him, and what I was speaking about during the week, was his kick meters being so high, and the 7-8 more points in this one, up to about 10 extra points in kick meters compared to when he was playing the 6th position. And then he ran the footy close to the line as well, which is awesome to see. With the 5 great tackle numbers, 23 for 2. He's someone I think you do want to focus on in that wing fullback or the half position to do a really, really good job for going forward. And then you've got Fletcher Sharp with 68. He was incredible. Absolutely incredible. And 2 try savers, 2 turnover tackles does add to it, but it's 18 points, and he picked up 50 with his base stats in tackles, running the footy, the odd offload, the odd tackle break, and line breaks, which is what he does best. And then Bradman Best with 67, both for more 61. And then Thomas Cant with 76. And we'll go through Thomas there. Would you look to do Brimo to Nicholson? Could do. Don't know how excited I am for Nicholson after this one, but I think it'll all turn around as they start to play a little bit better as well. Definitely. And Cant 76 with the 56 tackles, the 2 missed tackles, 153 run meters was absolutely spectacular. 2 turnover tackles as well, and his stat line is not going to be anything like this going forward. He is priced at an awkward 30s, but if he gets a month of footy there, which is likely with the Knights, with Lucas out, then he should do a good for that 4 weeks. And if there happens to be any other issues to guys like Kaipis Paul and the like, then that could be helpful for him going forward as well. Okay. Bradman Best, yeah, 67. These guys, we have to wait a week on them, and then we'll really get into the weeds on these guys. From round 5, their draw does get a little bit harder as well. So that's something you do have to consider. But with the line break, it's the offloads, it's the base stats in 17 tackles, 1 miss, 6 tackle breaks, 181 meters. That was all hectic and exactly what you want from him. 60 across the 3 weeks after the slow round 1 when he actually should have really dominated in that first week as well. Bowie was 61. It was going pretty slow, unfortunately, in that game, and then picked up that try and a bunch more tackle breaks as well in this one, and just was awesome. Got the turnover tackle, and he's going to be one of these guys that just seems to get involved in the attack, and then the other games he'll have the mid-30s tackles. So he's always in there. He's always involved. There's something that can go right for each game, whether it is attack or whether it is defense, and it's going to look very different to week, but a really, really good replacement for Lucas, which is great. Jaden and Garrick saved my week. Yeah, he was incredible. Just an off week for Tamale. Well, definitely, but he just check the score with one, and it'll make a little bit more sense. You'll be like, okay, yeah, that's pretty tough. That someone like him as an outside back, a winger, able to get really good points. It's just not incredibly possible. I don't think they're all. Adam Elliott with 50 in this one. Keanu Keeney with 46. So Keeney, I think he's an interesting one that we could potentially get that a little bit cheaper. He was down a little bit of cash last week. He'll be down again to 620 or so. And once he starts scoring tries, it will happen. The run meters are there now, as we saw this week compared to last. That will be a really cool wing fullback, and I would definitely have him over Brimson any day of the week. Elliott with the big minute will come down a little bit when guys come back. And we'll see KPP return and a few different things like that. And then Leo Thompson in a few weeks as well. We've got Mo Fodawaker for Frizzell. Yeah, he'll just continue in that middle rotation. It looks like he's definitely not going to be an 80-minute guy going forward. And then Tino was the big miss this week. With 55 minutes was great, but the PPM was not. 5 missed tackles. Did have 2 offloads still. I think he played really, really good footy. But to have neg 15... that was the issue in this one for Tino, and it's something that you'll want to improve next week and get a couple little attacking stats side and then some nice improvements for him for sure. I expect it to happen. I think we'll be fine with Tino, so we can move on. For Feeder, 39 did pick up a try off that drop catch, which should be a try assist for Campbell. Is not so far, but yeah, I think that he's going to be good eventually. The minutes were better this week at 55. Let's see him get into the 600s, 650s, and from there. And Krish, this ends up going and posting, so you can come and watch it at any time. But yeah, JC was incredible. Brought in Starling, and then Paddy gets basically half the game. We'll make some money though. He's in the emergencies. Yeah, did you use both? Yeah, I had like 4 out. I've already got 5 out for next week, so I had to get ahead of the game. Even if I was looking to potentially hold, there was 0 chance of that. Did you do Cleary to Campbell? Yeah, potentially, Luke. I think that's an option that may have to happen for myself in terms of trade it out, but it would be for Haas. So Cleary to Campbell is okay for sure, but Cleary to Haas seemed like the more pressing trade. Brimson to Carrick next week. Well, the Garrick train does slow down a little bit. They begin to play some, well, after next week, I should say, with the Eels. They start to play a few of the more difficult teams, Storm, these types of guys. So that's where it gets a little bit more difficult, and they've actually ambushed the Raiders here. Watson is going to be out next week, and also Cleary's going to be out next week as well. Callum Ponga, 29 with the try assist. 4 errors, a missed tackle, and an inside 10. This is a pretty gross game for Ponga, and just really highlights why you captain the big middle forwards, the series. He obviously got 5, but these types of guys. Damn, he still don't have Big Daddy House. I don't. But he helped me out in Dream Team and Supercoach, so that's keeping me rolling. For Ponga, you're definitely holding on. 57.7 is the average across the 3 weeks. If you bought this week, you're very frustrated. If you didn't and you had him from round 1, then he outscored what you bought him at, which is great. So yeah, Cleary, mate. Look at those. Look at the Panthers draw next 6 games. Yeah, he misses 1. Exactly. You lose some cash. He's going to be priced well down now as well. So it's going to be a hard one to stomach if you do see him and he comes back and does really, really well. So I wouldn't put. He's definitely a clear sell by any means, and I think Haas is the only one that's just absolutely killing non-owners, and that's the problem with him. I don't think you sell him for Campbell though. Like, personal preference, some people are just going to do it and chase that 70 odd, but he can come out and get 40 odd, and then Cleary comes back and dominates. So we just know there's some 50 in Payne Haas in the high 50s to mid 60s as well. Thoughts on Toby Couchman? I don't think Clemmer matters much. I don't see him playing big minutes. They've got guys like Emre Gula that are playing mid 50s minutes at the moment, which is pretty gross, and I think that could definitely drop. But Clemmer's not that guy anymore. Siwa Wong, he's going to be an 80-minute guy until they get injuries back. When Nat Butcher comes back, he'll go straight back to a bench role, or he did play pretty well the other night, so he could keep some decent minutes there, but it's not a guarantee stretch that he stays there, and that's why I didn't end up buying him this week, is because of unknowns, and I wish I did. I wish I went him and Payne Haas, but I'm also glad that Campbell came in. Nicholson looks like he did a pretty good job as well, so all that is good. Gregory Marzu, 24 for him in 80 minutes. He had the 3 offloads, he had the 4 errors, so under the high ball, seen him have plenty of issues, and that was on full display last night there in that smashing. They lost by 20 points. He's got a 48.7 average across the 3 now, which is still great, and similar to that with Ponga, but it does drop him down. I went Satilli last minute over Wong. That was bad. Yeah, well, a little bit unlucky there for sure, but Satilli also moved from the starting side, so that was. And Brimson with 13, he went off with cramps and was dealing with all that blah as well. 2 penalties, 7 missed tackles. It is gross. He did end up with 4 run meters, but 3 tackle breaks, no offloads, no attacking stats in a game where they won pretty comfortably. That was very, very frustrating, and we do have all the Dragons guys to look at. But squad, I think with the Dragons guys, you're looking of a play in Supercoach outside of like a Toby Couchman, I think. Where'd you play golf today? MacArthur Grange, the squad was playing out at, so got to meet a bunch of older fellas and catch up with my mates. That was good. But yeah, 5 over in the back 9 was good fun. Hopgood, the Eels versus Doggies to finish this off. Thanks for joining for this one, guys. I don't have a handicap in golf. I very rarely play, but I'm about a bogey golfer. I went 20 over today, and 5 over on the back 9, 15 in the front. Hopgood with 67, 48 tackles, 2 offloads, a turnover tackle. It's just what he does. And minutes were lower this week as well. So can you imagine if he played the 5 there? And it just shows why he's a very, very clear purchase and a guy that you could have bought this week. And now that he's at a cheaper price as well, then he's awesome. 7K rank with no Haas and Captain Cleary. We'll top 100 for Boarding House. He said it twice, did he? Hopgood was awful in real life, but I'll take the score. Well, you can say that. We have 1 missed tackle, 1 error, and him and Lomax are by far the best players in that team. It's not even close. So hard to say that. The effort was there. Yes, the team result was not. They were pretty poor, but hard to say that in my opinion. Lomax 57 tried his butt off as well. 8 tackle break, 291 meters. It was unreal in defense. Gee, sheer sweat at golf too, AJB. Just the back 9. Yeah, first eagle in ages. Lomax, so good. 291 meters, 2 forced dropouts. He's so good, man. He definitely deserves better than this, but he chose to go here and play with Moses, unfortunately. What about Harry saying thing 4 times? Not say it. Harry. If you say things a heap of times in a row, it's probably not going to get answered. If I do own Haas, no point selling Cleary, right? Yeah, 100%. Shoaib, welcome in. Mr. Shoaib, the legend from the private group. Guys, if you're in here, you're looking for advice, I won't be able to answer all your questions. If you want advice from me one-on-one, then definitely jump in the private group, guys. The description holds all of the beautiful, juicy details. It's $5 for the whole season. Gets all of the super coaches as well across the back of the year with BBL and MBL as well. Sink your teeth into it, guys. Easy as. Jack Williams, he was poor. Speaking of blokes, and Nico Hines was great. We'll go through him in buy, hold, sell, guys, and I did go through in Saturday's video, so go check out Saturday's video for my thoughts on guys. I've already updated you on. Bro, I'm done. Good, thank you, Harry. Preston 55, just good base stats, but them not using him in attack in any way is just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting how that's playing out. 67 run meters for a guy that is close to their best attacking weapon, especially now with it. It's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. All right. Yeah, don't know what else to say there. He's averaging 50 now, so yeah, it's not too bad from his starting price, but we did expect a lot more. How does it look a mint? Thank you, Heath. I like it. It feels good. Backwards, I like the way it looks backwards too. Good for all my coaching. Bailey Hayward, little 52 ball in the 80 minutes, along with Sexton, and I mentioned Sexton, it'd probably be a pretty good purchase this week, given he'd be the majority kicker, but 979 is just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. But Bailey Hayward have 6 missed tackles, big tackle numbers, a try assist as well for 52. He's going to have a good few weeks, but they do have a bit of a problem as well heading into their bye. You know, like he's got a few weeks of being able to play, and then it does make it a little bit tougher as well, given he'll lose his straight after that, or he goes back to the low minutes, and then then it makes it hard because he would have to sell him before he loses all his cash. Harry Hayes just dominates off the bench, 43 minutes. Then you had Josh Curran there, 49. He just continues to look strong, and then Bronson Sherry ran the footy plenty as well. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Dean Hawkins with 41. He kicked for plenty, 6-15. Eels looked a little bit better, but the Dogs just weren't. Tamale getting the sack next week. Don't think it was his fault, brother. But if he gets from your team or Raiders, if you're talking the Raiders, then I'm in a lot of trouble of fielding 17 next week in NRL fantasy. Tilly picked up 38 at least. Got a line break, which was good. What's Trey job security like? A little bit better now that Hosking is out, but it's probably only for a shorter period of time. You do have Tarpany returning next week. That would make that tough, I think, for him to keep a spot on the side. 38 for him in 67 minutes, 37 tackles, 2 tackle breaks, 27 run meters. Wow. If he, I won't buy him. I know he's cheap and all, but gee, it's going to be hard to purchase someone like that could easily lose his spot very quickly again. And yeah. Why does the stream have to be laggy? We'll have to sort that out. Could be the last one otherwise. He's definitely like a Katonga, and he's very, very cheap. And if he can score 38 regularly and make plenty of tackles, then that's great. But other than that, it's not going to be good. Connor Tracy, 34. It's a little bit low for him without the full squad back. What do you reckon about swing Cleary to Reynolds? No. Cleary will come back and dominate Reynolds very quickly. Reynolds is in form of his life. Form of Lussick. Who's buying Lussick next week? Down at 357. First game. Yeah, he'll about hold the same. Hey, I'm on lag too, boys. Like you got 60 seconds. I think it's on slow mode. Pretty sure. If you had the cash to upgrade Starling to Nico. No. Sorry. I'll leave that one. Yongi, 30. Little 30 ball with a try assist. 203 run meters is what you're in this one. So that's great. Very happy with that one. Dylan Brown, 30. He's going to get really cheap at some point as well. I think you probably wait until Moses, and then he could be a fun pick as well. Sam Rani, why'd you butcher that try for Yongi? That was tough. Addo try line break for 23. Gross. Tuavati in that one as well. So that'll pretty much wrap us up. Let's check just the final scores. How do we end up? Hawes. Nothing really changed, did it? Yeah, Starling 40. Wood Tamale still 19. Yeah, 19. Damn. Pretty rough. I think Starling will be okay longer term. What have we done? 31.
think we'll leave it at that, guys. 8:40 p.m. here. I'll just say a big thanks to you all for jumping on. I haven't done a live in a while, so just wanted to get in and yeah, do the last 3 games analysis on here, and then do the the things I've learnt video tomorrow morning, which will be good fun. We'll see how that one plays out. Just doing it a little bit different. I'll look back, and if the stream's not that good, it does make it a bit annoying for me when I can have a good quality video. Yeah, that'll be, yeah, we'll check that one out. But anyway, thanks so much everyone for coming on. You're all legends. I hope you had a good week. I didn't personally. I'm somewhere near the sort of 800 mark or something like that, a little bit under that, and yeah, I went back about 4,000 ranks I think so far. But come check out the round results video tomorrow, guys. Check out all those vids. You guys are the best, mate. Your YouTube video is the only reason I haven't uninstalled. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, come for the fun. We got 24 rounds to go of goodies, and hopefully some decent scores for you to come in the next few weeks. I know I'll be hoping for a bounce back, and I hope you guys go well also. See you, team. Have a good one.